we're going to talk basics of your deadlift setup, 5 easy steps, and a couple key points to highlight during those steps. Cassie, let's do it. Let's deadlift something. So, have to note real quick, this is the exact same whether you're standing with your feet close or your feet wide. Yes, we're talking conventional and sumo. The rest of it's the exact same. If you have some other key details that you like to add in, that's fine, but pay attention to our 5 steps. You must do these with a ton of intent. A couple of them could be rearranged in order. There's some other stuff you could add in, but again, this is our deadlift setup 101 right out of Principles of Loaded Movement seminar. So Cassie's already done the first part of it. 2 of them I'm going to kind of combine. She's got her spacing to the bar, right? We're talking alignment. She's where she needs to be in relation to the bar. If we had to highlight on that real quick, it'd probably be over mid-foot, barbell over mid-foot. It's a good general place to start both conventional and sumo. But here, most importantly, she's also getting alignment of her rib cage. Rib cage and pelvis are in alignment with each other. The next thing she's going to do is brace. It's number 2. We're bracing, but we're doing that as 2-part. Brace and then air, finishing that intra-abdominal pressure. Step number 3, she's going to hinge to the bar. We're going to talk about why that's important later. Hinging to the bar. Here, step number 4, we're going to engage lats. Also going to highlight that later. Last step, number 5, our feet are rooting into the floor, and then we execute. Good. Set it down. We'll walk back through. Before we walk back through the setup, I have to highlight I'm not counting the actual deadlift as step number 5 or 6 because it's just execution after you've set it up. Good. Let's set up again. So alignment, number 1, we have to be in good placement, left to right, front to back to the bar. And since we're talking alignment, we might as well double check and make sure this is in a good position, although our brace should fix that. Step number 2, brace. And we're doing that 2-part for beginners and intermediate athletes. Brace, intra-abdominal pressure finishes that brace. Step number 3, she's going to hinge down to the bar. Step number 4, lats engaged. You can see it happen here. Step number 5, root those feet, and then we execute. Awesome, set it down. Once again, same exact setup would happen conventional. So let's skip ahead to hinging to the bar. And before I go there, I have to highlight when you're at the bar, just like our squat setup and our bench setup, or once you're ready to execute the lift, prior to that even, any point in time you can reinforce these points. Your brace may not be perfect. You might be able to get a little bit more air once you're at the bar. Reinforce, reinforce, reinforce anytime you need it. So we're not talking the reinforcement points, we're just talking you through 1 through 5. So we prefer that you don't try to brace here or here for a couple reasons. It would be like trying to brace and breathe, starting your squat at the bottom of the pins. I get underneath the bar and I'm gonna try to brace here. You probably could, it's not optimal. You can brace here. You could sink to the bar, that'd be fine. You could breathe and brace here. We find it's easier to brace and breathe from a standing position. Thus, this is as close as you can be to a standing position, or this. That's why we hinge to the bar, because we can maintain neutral pelvis and rib cage, and it allows us to have some room to really work a full brace and breath. So let's show just that part there. If she was going to reinforce, brace, and get some more air here, once again, it's as close as possible to a standing position. We prefer this because we talk about the wedge a lot with the deadlift. Now we'll activate lats, step number 4. And she already added the wedge in, and notice the bar's light enough here, you can execute if you want, that the barbell popped up off the floor. We have a ton of videos on different parts of the deadlift, so we won't talk about it too much in depth today, but note that if you're warming up, same thing conventional, and your barbell pops off the floor, you probably have a good brace set, your lats are probably engaged well, and as you're hinging into the bar or just lat engagement, you're going to create enough tension and maybe even flex in the bar while it pops up off the floor as you're finding your superior position. And of course, feet are rooted and we stand tall. Once again, an easy way to talk about difference of the order. If I walked up to the bar and I rooted my feet here and they stayed turned on the whole time, that would probably work too, right? We cannot rearrange the order of breathing and bracing. It's not going to work too well for you. So lats, back to lats, step number 4. It's more than just retraction, because Cassie can show this really well. If we think our lats are just retracting our shoulder blades, it's going to probably put us into extension, and it might actually make us a little bit shorter than we need to be. So enough lat engagement to find neutral scapula and then depression. And look how tall that makes her. Reset for me. Retract and get those arms shortened. This makes a shorter, a longer range of motion because she's shorter. Now, relax shoulders. Engage lats correctly and depress them. Tall, making a shorter range of motion, more efficient for the deadlift. And then once again, feet are rooted, we execute. Remember, you can reinforce those positions anytime you need. Please be patient in all of your setups, but especially the deadlift setup, whether you're conventional or sumo. Cassie, what do you have to add to that?
Nothing. Killed it.
That's it. It's easy stuff. Basics of your deadlift setup. Now, go fix your deadlift.